Hi, I'm Eric Miller. I'm the president of First Protective, and I'm delighted to be welcoming our friend Bill Miller here to join us today. Bill is a long-term friend of First Protective, and you know we talk a lot about the families that we serve as insurance professionals and the people that are part of our First Protective family, and Bill is certainly one of those. Bill has a very personal story to share with you today, a story about how he was able to plan for an event that many of us never even want to think about, and how his careful planning for that eventuality enabled him and his family to continue to live in a lifestyle that they had worked so hard to attain and to enjoy the many blessings that came as a result of all of that work.
My name is Bill Miller. I've been an independent insurance agent and proud to have represented First Protective for over 30 years. My last full year of production was 2014. Life was good. I had made Elite Producer. My business was thriving. My wife and I had built a cabin on a 100-acre farm in North Alabama. I was working 2 or 3 days in Birmingham and going up to North Alabama and working a couple of days a week there. On December the 5th of 2014, I got a telephone call from one of my neighbors inviting me to come over to hang out for a while at the shed. I got on my ATV, went over to their house. There was a storm coming, so I drove back through a cotton field to come home. It was dark, the storm got intense, and my ATV went off into a culvert and flipped over and actually broke my neck, and the ATV was laying on my legs and I couldn't feel it, and I was trying to get my cell phone out of my pocket and my hands and my fingers would not work. You know, if I would have laid there much longer, the water would have come up and I would have drowned. But luckily some of my friends came along and found me, and I was able to get to the Huntsville Hospital and then on to Shepherd Center in Atlanta, where I learned that I was a quadriplegic and I had a severe spinal cord injury. Once the insurance company told me that they were no longer going to pay for my coverage and I had to leave immediately, that caused a serious problem because we had to build a room with the overhead Hoyer lift to be able to lift me out of the wheelchair and onto the bed. I had to pay $57,000 for a van, a customized van that had a wheelchair ramp where I could roll into the van just to get me home. And also we had to build a 20-foot ramp to be able, for my wheelchair to be able just to get into the house. When I first got home from Shepherd, I immediately needed caregivers to be in our home with us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When I went back and did my 2015 taxes, I realized that I spent $161,000 out of my money market account during 2015 just on the expenses from this disability. Let's go back 7 years. I was sitting at my desk one day and I got an email from First Protective announcing a new disability program exclusively for agents. This caught my eye because I was already a diabetic and I knew that I could not purchase disability. It also had another benefit to it that was a business overhead expense policy. Needless to say, I took advantage of both of those contracts. I purchased the individual disability policy and I also purchased the business overhead expense policy. Come to find out that this contract also had a catastrophic benefit which was included. It also had a lump sum cash benefit that paid me $58,000 in a one-time lump sum payment which I used to purchase that van. You know, by having this disability policy and this business overhead expense policy, it has allowed me not to have to draw down on my own savings and retirement benefits for 10 years. It has made a tremendous difference in my life. It has made a difference to my family, to my wife, to my 3 sons. It has taken such a burden off of us. They tell me that May is Disability Awareness Month. But with my experience, I would propose that every month is Disability Awareness Month. I know it will be for me for the rest of my life.
Unlike Bill Miller, most Americans are woefully unprepared for what will happen in the event of a disabling illness or an injury. In fact, 64% of Americans actually say that they recognize they need disability income insurance, but less than 26% actually have it. That means 1 million working Americans have no disability income protection other than the basic that is provided through Social Security. And 50% of Americans are unprepared for the financial consequences of going without a paycheck for even 1 month. Think about that. 1 in 4 20-year-olds in America today will have a disabling illness or injury before they retire. And almost half of American adults indicate that if they had a $400 unexpected expense, they'd have to take out a loan or sell something to meet that debt. And unlike Bill's situation, 90% of disabilities are actually caused by illness, not by injury. These are all very sobering statistics, but we can help. We at First Protective provide a wide array of disability income products and solutions. This includes a full portfolio of products and a dedicated team of professionals who are ready to help you design and meet the needs of your clients. Please don't overlook the need for disability income protection. We at First Protective can help you meet that need, and we're ready to stand by to help you help your clients.